I'd like to welcome you to the CMIAID Bethesda Centre here in Zanest, Moldova. We've been working on this building project for now a couple of years, and the building behind you that you can see, what used to be a 5-storey apartment block, is being renovated to be used as a medical clinic, also as a nursing home, and for lots of other children's ministries and other work here in Moldova. At the moment we've just opened stage 1 of the building, which is the Sydney Cafe and also the Children's Centre, and God willing, in the new year we're planning to open the next stage of the building, which will include the Bethesda Medical Clinic, the nursing home, and some of the rooms that we'll use for different ministries in Moldova. So in just a moment I want to take you through the building and show you a little bit of the building and show you what's been done so far in stage 1, and also show you what progress is being made on the renovation of the second part of the building, which we expect to open next year. Just a little bit of information about the building. So you know, this used to be a 5-storey apartment block, as I mentioned. It was built in 1988, 1989, and the building was not used for about 20 years, and then the Lord provided us with this building about 2.5 years ago, and when we bought it, it was just an empty shell. There was nothing inside at all in the building, and now we've been able to, with the help of many different people from around the world, from different countries, we've been able to renovate the building for use for these different ministries. So it's really exciting to see the way that the Lord has worked, the way the Lord has provided, the way that different things have been provided for the building, and to see all the work which has been done, which has been really, really wonderful. So we'll go inside, we'll have a look around, you'll see the work that is going on, and we hope that you'll pray, also continue to pray for the ministry in Moldova. So let's go and have a look. Section of the building that you're in now is what we call the Sydney Cafe, which is our coffee shop, and soon it will be a coffee shop and bookshop. This is really the first section of the building to open, which has really been so exciting for us. The reason we call it the Sydney Cafe is because we wanted a theme which could be used with the cafe, which was a gospel theme. Then we thought of different gospel stories. Then we thought of the story of a man whose name was Arthur Stace, who lived in Sydney. He was an alcoholic and a homeless man, and one day he heard the gospel and he was saved. And after that time he went all over Sydney, and for the rest of his life he wrote the word eternity all over Sydney in chalk. They say about 500,000 times, and this was a real witness to people about the importance of thinking about eternity, and that's what we really want people to think about when they come to the Bethesda Centre and the Sydney Cafe. Where will they spend eternity? So you can see here the servery area, also the room out the back, which we use for events and for people when they come, and we'll show you a few other parts of the building as well. This building, this door on the left is going to be the entrance to the Teachers Resource Centre, and this is just a facility for teachers from the local area, from the schools and the kindergarten. It's just to give them facilities that they need for their work. There'll be computers there, there'll be laminators, there'll be binding machines and all different sorts of things that they can use, and it's just a great way to help them and also to be able to have contact with them for the gospel as well. So that's one of the ministries that will be opening in the new year. The next part of the building that you see here is what we call the Children's Centre, and it's specially to reach out to children in the area. And this here, the car room, is one of the rooms that's the Children's Centre. You can see the children singing in here. There's 3 rooms in the Children's Centre, and I'll show you. The one on the left here is going to be the library, where children can come and they can borrow books, and teachers can also borrow books as well. And this room here, the teddy bear room we call it, is probably the most exciting for the little children. It's been renovated to be a soft play area for the children, and there's lots of games and activities here that will go on during the week. So the Children's Centre will be open from Tuesday through to Friday. There'll be quite a number of workers working in the Children's Centre, and the children will have lots of different programmed activities, storytelling, soft play, colouring and different things that they can do. And we're really excited for this opportunity, because we believe it's a great way again to make contact with people in the village, but also to reach out to both children and their parents with the gospel.
am dat lui Iisus, da, am o inimă micuță și am dat lui Iisus, da, oh.
We have a number of activities we do with children. The Sunday school, for example, is all year round. It's for the children in this village in Zănești, and they come every week. We teach them Bible stories. Obviously, it's our primary aim. We teach them a memory verse every week, and then we also teach them songs, but we also play games and do a craft with them each week as well. Other events we have throughout the year, and probably the biggest is camp. In camps, we probably have covered more than between 2,000 and 3,000 children at least have come, possibly more. It's actually a day camp that we run from 10 in the morning till evening time, and children come from this village and from many villages around. They're brought in every day by a CMI bus, and we have a full day of camp program with them. We do times when we gather them, have the story time and the teaching times when they gathered in small groups to be, have discussion times, talk with leaders. But we also put up a lot of fun activities for them. But then we also have a lot of Christmas activities in which either we go to schools and we put on a play, or children come to us, as has happened this year. The children have come to our building, and then we put a play on. We give them a gospel presentation. We also give them all gifts, and each year we would typically see at least 2,000 children.
We're going to go upstairs now to level 2 of the building. Part of that level has also been renovated. To go there, we have to go through an unrenovated section, the stairwell. This should be finished, we hope, in the next few months, the stairwell area. This is the entrance here to the office section of the Bethesda Centre, and this is where a lot of workers will work in different ministries. And as you can see, this part has almost been completed, which is really great. Here on the left is going to be the office for social assistance, and this is the ministry that we have to help needy families, to help the elderly, to help people who are handicapped or sick or have other difficulties. Part of that ministry, we distribute firewood and potatoes. We also give out clothing and other things which are sent to us here in Moldova.
În cadrul Departamentului de Asistență Socială, noi colaborăm în primul rând cu primăriile satelor din jurul nostru, din raion, la fel și cu Ministerul Muncii, adică toate cererile adresate de pe teritoriul sudului Moldovei la minister sunt readresate la departamentul nostru și în baza cererilor respective se fac vizite la domiciliu persoanelor care au solicitat ajutor. De cele mai multe ori avem de-a face cu familii social vulnerabile care trăiesc în condiții de trai care lasă foarte mult de dorit. Să fiu sinceră, am rămas îngrozită de unele aspecte, de exemplu, câteva familii deja am descoperit care locuiesc fără curent electric, fără gaz natural, fără căldură în casă. Unii dintre ei sunt care nu au nici pat măcar, dorm pe dușumea murdară pe podea. O altă latură a proiectului e faptul că sunt și persoane, de exemplu, țintuite la pat sau cu orice altă formă de boală și nu se pot singur deservi. Persoanele respective fac parte deja de la subkitchen ce ține de alt departament și beneficiază de o mâncare caldă în fiecare zi pe lângă alte aspecte, adică de care beneficiază. Parcursul anului 2015 au beneficiat de ajutor umanitar câteva sute de familii și au fost distribuite la cel puțin 5.000 de kilograme de îmbrăcăminte, încălțăminte, pe lângă produse alimentare și alte lucruri. După statisticile care există, cel puțin 40.000 de copii din Republica Moldova cresc fără singurul lor părinte sau fără ambii părinți și sunt educați sau de o bunică în vârstă sau de o vecină, pentru simplu fapt că părinții au fost nevoiți să meargă să muncească în străinătate ca să-și câștige un ban. Situația asta e destul de rea, pentru că copiii nu beneficiază nici de educație, nici de o mâncare caldă la timp și multe alte lucruri legate de aspectul respectiv.
Mulțumesc, dăm să le dai sănătate la oamenii care O vrut să fac așa un bine, ne vine greu, când nu prânesc nică numai cu 400 de lei, cu și să-i întreței.
Zilnic, împreună cu colegul meu care lucrează la Sub Kitchen, avem 5 sate în care vizităm persoane din familii social vulnerabile. Pe lângă porția de mâncare care o primesc, ei beneficiază și de asistență medicală. Cei ce intră în competența mea fac pe loc. Dacă sunt cazuri mai grave, mai complicate, atunci persoanele sunt transportate la Spitalul Raional din Cahul.
Ceva timp am devenit o stație de pompieri voluntari, un lucru care niciodată nu ne-a trecut niciunuia dintre noi în minte, dar așa au decurs lucrurile încât a trebuit să ne implicăm și în domeniul ăsta și la început ne gândeam, când am fost rugați să ajutăm în privința asta, ne gândeam că vom participa la un foc 2, 3, 5 pe an, nu după foarte mult timp, probabil jumătate de an, am observat că în loc să fie 2, 3 până la 5 focuri pe an, am fost implicați până la probabil și 40.
Are o forță foarte impunătoare pentru locuitorii acestei localități. Deci, și nu numai localității Zănești, întregime pentru raionul Cahul, mai multe localități din raionul Cahul care beneficiază de ajutorul acestei organizații. În această organizație am efectuat câteva proiecte, anume de donația două autospeciale de intervenție la incendii pentru Direcția Situațională Cahul, anume 2 Volve și una care este pentru primăria comunii Zărnești, satul Zărnești.
These other rooms here are used, this will be a meeting room, used for different things. This here is some of the general offices for the different administration tasks that need to be done, like the accounting and just the general running of the ministry. And these 2 rooms at the end here are really perhaps 2 of the most exciting parts of the work. The one on the left is going to be the office for children's ministries. And as I said, it's one of the most exciting parts of the work because we see in Moldova great opportunities to reach out to young people with the gospel, to reach out to children with the gospel. And so here will be a team of people working who will prepare things for the children's ministries. They'll be responsible for organising the camps that we run in the summer, things like the Christmas program that we're running here at the moment. They'll also have weekly Bible clubs where they go out to different villages and share the gospel, run the Bible clubs with the children. So that'll all happen here in this office. The office across the corridor, here we have, it's been used at the moment as a little workshop. This office here will be for what we call the Postal Bible School, and here they'll be doing the Bible correspondence course that we run for children and also for adults in Romania and also here in Moldova. And at the moment there's a lot of people enrolled in the course, which is really good to see. And so 3 or 4 workers will be here marking courses, answering questions, sending out materials, sending out Bibles, and also being responsible for the literature work, the calendars and other things that we publish here as part of the work of CMIAID.
Noi suntem un grup de tineri care avem ca și scop ca oricine, începând de la vârstă școlară mică până la bătrânețe, să studieze Cuvântul lui Dumnezeu. În fiecare dimineață noi venim cu o porție nouă de plicuri în care avem lecții biblice care sunt deja completate de către respondent și trimise nouă. Noi le verificăm și le trimitem înapoi împreună cu următoarea lecție, cu literatură după caz și cu un plic în care respondentul la rândul lui va expedia înapoi lecția noastră. Până la momentul dat, noi am acoperit circa 3200 de respondenți, circa 700 din România și 2500 din Moldova.
We're just going now to have a look at the third level of the Bethesda Centre. It's an unrenovated level, or part of it has been started, but there's still a lot of work to do. We'll go up and have a look there. It's really good to have a look at this level because it gives a bit of contrast between what the building used to be like and what it is today in the renovated sections. So when we bought the building 2.5 years ago, inside it was all like this, of course without the electrical cables, without the lights. It was just an empty concrete shell. And now with the help of the teams that have come from around the world, from Germany, from Northern Ireland, from the USA, from England, from other countries, from Australia, a lot of work has been able to be done, and we're really thankful to the Lord for the help that's been given to make so much progress with the building. We're also thankful for the gifts of container loads of building materials and other supplies which have been given as well to be able to do the work. So this level here, once it's finished, will be the nursing home, and a room like you see here will be accommodation for 2 elderly people, and it's a good sized room. They'll have a nice warm place to live. There'll be a shower, there'll be a toilet, a little sitting area there as well. And so on this level, which will be all nursing home, there'll be 35 residents accommodated. And of course, as you know, that's as I mentioned, that will be called the Bethesda nursing home. So we are very pleased that we're able to run this project in Moldova, because there's so many people who live in homes that have no one really to care for them in very, very poor conditions. And it'll be great to be able to bring them in here to care for them, and of course care for them in a Christian environment as well. The next 2 levels of the building will be used for other ministries. Some of them will be medical related ministries. There'll also be some seminar rooms there as well, where people can come. For example, a doctor might come from Australia or from the USA or from England and run seminars for local doctors, and that's a good way to share information, and also at the same time to be able to share the gospel with those people. Also, there'll be accommodation for teams that come. There'll be accommodation for doctors who come and volunteer here, or other medical personnel or other volunteers, and also facilities for the workers who are working here in the Bethesda Centre. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but as I've said a number of times, we're so pleased to see, and it's very exciting for us to see the progress that has been made so far, and the fact that the building has been able to open. If you look out the window here, you can see the land which is attached to the building. This is at the back of the building. And once the work is finished out there on the utilities, the heating room, and also the sewage treatment plant, we'll be making that into a nice, attractive area with a children's playground, and also some gardens where people who work in the building and people who live in the building can relax, and it'll be a nice place, we hope, in the village for people to come. So though there's still a lot to do, we are so encouraged by the way that the Lord has enabled so much to be done already, and we look to Him for His provision to be able to finish the work on the Bethesda Centre, hopefully in the next 12 months or so. And so please pray about that. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you so much for your support of this ministry. The ministry generally here in Moldova, we are thankful for the opportunities that the Lord has given to be able to share the gospel here and to provide help to needy people. But also thank you for your support too for the Bethesda Centre work, which has enabled so much to be done already. And if we can ask you anything at this time, we'd ask you to continue to pray for this ministry in Moldova, and that this building and the facilities here will be used of the Lord in the work of the gospel, and the result might be that many come to know the Lord Jesus as their Saviour. Thank you for your support.